So Bitcoin is sitting at 68,110 right now, and we were looking for this range. This was the resistance, as I had shared with you, that it needs to go up and break this resistance, and only after that we can start talking about going to $72,000, and that is exactly what has happened. Up till now, Bitcoin has spent more than 8 hours above $68,000, so that is an indication that Bitcoin is trying to hold this area as a support. So what happens is that once you have a resistance, once you flip it, then it becomes the support, and you try to stand on it, and then you start your journey from there. And right now it is staying above $68,000, even though it had a bit of retracement, not much. It's not a larger pullback, it's a very small pullback, but overall things are bullish. From here, things can get bearish only if it breaks this support of $68,000, spends 8 hours under it. Then we will say that it couldn't hold the support and it is going down. And of course, if that happens, then we will have a double top structure, because it will come down here and you will have one top, then the second top, then this will be the neckline, which means that we will have a confirmation area. If it breaks below that, that means it is going to go down, and that will be 66,700. Which means if it breaks below 66,700, then it is going to go towards the areas of 65 and 64 that we were talking about, the overall larger pullback that we were discussing for a bit when it hadn't broken the $68,000 resistance. But that is too early to talk about. It hasn't happened. We can't talk about the bearish case scenario when we are sitting in a bullish one. As long as $68,000 continues to hold, we can expect it to rally towards 72. Of course, it will have serious levels of problems with 70 and then 72 a bit. The reason for 70 is that it's a psychological resistance. It's a rounded number, as well as a lot of people have already opened their shorts on that region. So it's going to play a bit of games with 70, and afterwards 72 wouldn't be that much problem. Once it breaks through 70, it is going to go towards 72, and once it achieves that, then we will see whether now it wants to cool off and do a pullback or not. Up till now, as I have mentioned previously as well, we have not seen any decent amount of pullbacks. What we have seen, we had a little bit of pullback here, but the other pullbacks, they're even smaller than the first one, and this was the region of 64,000, I think 63,000. So there is no major pullback whatsoever since the dip, which means that Bitcoin would do a major pullback eventually. It just needs to stop running at a certain stage, and after that the pullback starts. When I say pullback is generally half of the overall running. That's the maximum that you expect. So for example, it ran from 59 to 69. That's a $10,000 move. So the maximum drop that you expect is $5,000. So sometimes it will do $5,000, sometimes it will do $4,000. It really depends. But what it does is that it retraces the 50% move up. And that's generally how the pullback works. But if you're seeing pullbacks like this, they are not pullbacks. This is just a continuation of uptrend. It is creating higher lows. Every low that it creates is higher than the previous one. Anyway, that's the overall case scenario with Bitcoin, nothing more. I hope you guys are playing safe and not putting yourself in a position that will expose you to extreme risk.